Welcome, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Come on in the room. Come on in the room, as well as you, Holy Spirit. I invite you in. This is my second time making this video because the first one didn't suit my liking. I would like to say good morning to all, good afternoon, good night, whenever you come across this video. Um, I would like to also say thank you to my new subscribers. This video is going to be brought to you by Iniki, Bryan, which is myself. That was so corny. That was supposed to be like, how did they do it? Sponsored ads are brought to you by. And then they'll tell you sponsored ad, but we don't have that yet. So this is brought to you by Iniki, Bryan, which is myself. Okay. All right, guys. Back to business. I want to read you guys a poem that I had written. I really hope this video doesn't go too long. But I'm gonna read the video and then I'm gonna give you guys some back history as to why I wrote the video. Or is it back history? Background. I'm just gonna give you guys background as to why I wrote the poem. What did I say? Write the video? Good grief. Okay, I'm not gonna do another recording. So unedited, none of that fancy dancy YouTube stuff. Maybe later, but now it's just raw video. Okay. All right, so I'm going to be reading from my second phone. Well, I'm recording from my second phone because it has better. Does it matter? Does it matter? Iniki, stay focused. Read a freaking poem. All right, I want to read you guys a poem. Little Miss 22 by Iniki, Bryan. They call her Little Miss 22. Short, brown, petite, too hot to hold, but yet just like me, she's too cold for the streets. Right into life at the own speed of her. Ugh! I'm not gonna do it again. So let's go it again. Let's take it from the top. They call her Little Miss 22. Short, brown, petite, too hot to hold, but yet like me, she's too cold for the streets. Right into life at her own speed, one foot in front of the other. Pedal, pedal, pedal. She's met with confusion and dust, the old dust that never settled. Where confusion and mistrust meets lust, so many lies untold. Where are the truths that should be spoken? She questions her reality. Thrown bricks and shattered glass. She's face to face with her transgressions. She's scared. Should I have really have popped my shit the way I did? Should I have really have drunk that drink and burned that spliff? What is this? What are these cuffs and why are these cops here? Does God really care? I mean, it was only a kiss. It was only a shove. What do I really know? I'm only 22. I thought I was in love. Thank you. Okay. All right. So, background. Back when I was 23, I was arrested um down here in Florida, and I wasn't the best girlfriend at the time to my partner. I was actually quite awful. I was a terrible girlfriend. But the reason why I wrote that poem is because we've all been 22. We've all been 23. We've all been crazy and dangerously in love. We've all been hurt before. And if not all, then majority of us have been at least hurt to some form or fashion or to some extent, right? Of ourselves. We've been hurt. Whether self-inflicted or by other people or whatever the case is, we have been hurt at some point. Now, the beauty of God is the fact that he allows us to revisit places to see, like to really see, right? And a few things flashed before me: my freedom, my emotional state, my mental state, what was in my control, what wasn't in my control. And one thing I realized that within that moment, God had to allow me to realize and to know where I had come from at that very moment. I was once 22. I was once 23. I have done things that would deem would I have done things that some would deem childish. I have done things that some would deem manipulative. I've done things that some would deem just really bad. Uh, but God came and he still came and saved me. You know, he still loves me. He still wraps me in his embrace. You know, and with that being said, we have to show mercy unto others, just as how God has shown mercy unto us, and we do have to forgive others. That literally, like, it's imperative. It's actually a requirement of God's children to be forgiving to others as he's forgiven us, because we cannot go to him with forgiveness, with prayer in our heart, without the forgiveness in our heart. I said that backwards. We can't go to God in prayer without having forgiveness in our hearts first. And it says, I believe, somewhere in Mark or Matthew, if I'm not mistaken, one of them verses. Please go do your research. I'm gonna really know. I know where it is, but I don't really know the exact verse. But it talks about before you pray, one must make sure they've forgiven whomever they've needed to forgive, or right any wrongs or what have you, because you don't want to go to God in prayer and have just this malice or this bitterness in your heart. He's not even going to listen, because he's like, I've forgiven you. Why can't you forgive those? I've given you mercy. Why can't you have mercy unto those? You know, are you greater than me? Which we are not. We will never be. So, therefore, we must act accordingly. And by doing so and acting accordingly, we are acting like our Father, by having mercy, by having forgiveness, and um, by knowing that things will be okay. As long as we have breath, here I am another day, breath in my lungs, smile on my face, no diseases in my body that's killing me, no sickness that's taking me out. I'm here. I still have my mind, you know, I still have God, I still have those that support me, those that love me, and I still have myself. Um, I love myself. I love you all. You all should love yourselves, and you all should love each other. Until next time, have a blessed day. Later.